And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the run.
Shoot.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Okay, ready?
Go 58's the mic. Hey.
Fire.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 5 at the 39-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
All day, defense, all day.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
70, Indy.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his man Hilton. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
On the double. Line 55. Pick me up. Here we go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Jones gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. One receiver left is Hilton.
Mike, 58, right there.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Showing up, showing up.
Pilot, 64, weak. There go.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Go.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop him from the 1 back to the 2. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now he'll pull it down, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Bridgewater. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film. But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. And he finds Beasley complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Bridgewater. And this one caught by Beasley. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. To throw is Bridgewater. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. And they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
And Anthony Barr just has it all as far as I'm concerned in terms of physique, athletic ability, and now he's versatile as well. When he came out of UCLA, he played outside linebacker, but also down defensive end. The Vikings can utilize the same sort of skills.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Shift. X3, 218, chopper. Now.
On second down, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Jones on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Bridgewater. Got an open man, it's a noon one. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
16 yards. First down, Minnesota.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Bridgewater. Anunwa's got it, complete. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Quincy Enunwa, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Watch out.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kareem Hunt, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 52.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He's got it to Hilton. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash, 37-yard attempts. Knock it through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Fielded about a yard deep. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 5 now. Bridgewater. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
This is Hunt on the draw play. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Montgomery. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Set 50, plant.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Now Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Strong right. Strong right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 58, right over there. Yeah.
Ready.
Now Jones operating from the gun. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
At their own 48-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 5 now. Bridgewater. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it'll bring up third down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
To throw, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Come get some. Come get some. He'll want.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd down, Bridgewater. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On first down, it's Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Montgomery. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Here we go, set, 30 base. Come to my work. We won't. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. The gap's getting wider there. The Saints have scored again. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike.
On 4th down, Jones. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. And the Bills have now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Now Jones. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Caught by Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Jones, off play action. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They Ella, they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the vip. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. it'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems, only got real ones round them. Only got, it take a week to count it. Then I'm back up, name the place and we back up. Running these racks up, 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter, when they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up, I had to get back up. I can't take no loss, you better call back up. I'm running it down to finish, I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big, better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I put it in 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it, I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss, you better call back up. I'm running it down to finish, I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big, better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. Put it in 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it, I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking, right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab. Brown man when it come back, I'ma give back. My bad when the check hit the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a. She an. Ay. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad, beat pesto.